Well, for this segment of Weatherwise, I wanted to go over the history of how hurricanes got their names. Now, if we go all the way back into the 19th century, there are records of forecasters in the Caribbean naming hurricanes after the particular saint's day on which the storm made landfall. So, when a particularly strong hurricane hit Puerto Rico on July 26th of 1825, it was called Hurricane Santa Ana, and when one made landfall again in Puerto Rico on September 13th, this time in 1876, it was called Hurricane San Felipe. Now, interestingly enough, on September 13th, but in 1928, another hurricane made landfall, so they called this one San Felipe II. Now, that does lead us into the 20th century, where during World War II, meteorologists in the Navy and the Army began to call hurricanes by female names, but this was only discussed among forecasters. So at the time, the United States would use or name the hurricane off of the latitude and longitude position or by the old phonetic alphabet, meaning Abel, Baker, Charlie, etc. But in 1953, we abandoned that phonetic alphabet and went to an all-female list. Then in 1979, men's names were introduced into that list, and they were alternated with the female names. Now, you may be wondering if your name is going to be used for a tropical storm. Well, there is 6 predetermined lists of names that repeat every 6 years, and there are at times when storms bring major devastation, and then that hurricane name is retired. And since 1953, there have been about 81 names that are retired. But at this point, this year, we're halfway through this year's list, and next up would be Otto. And we actually may see him a little later this week, as there is a disturbance in the southwest Atlantic just above Puerto Rico.